4.5 out of 5?
4.5 to 5 out of 10.
Okay, I got it. Sorry. Hey guys, Cold Call 64.
Mr. Tyrex here.
Hopefully this isn't too loud, but yeah, we're back with Sonic Mania. And we're doing this to celebrate, Sonic coming back, potentially. So yeah, we
just need Ian Flynn to go, that's it.
Yes, we saw the Sonic movie, it was good, we enjoyed it, we thought it was better than IDW, and hopefully this can be used for good influence.
We're not going to say any spoilers because there's going to be people watching.
Yes, well, all we can say is that it's better than contacting Graph's writing, it's better than Flynn. And I feel like if Paramount, if it's successful enough, we could get a sequel where they do more interesting stuff. Like, all I can say is that it's mostly just like an origin for a different kind of origin for Sonic.
And it's completely different from the games.
Yes. And then, which is a good thing, because we're sick and tired of every story being told like the games. Take Dragonlover.
And being treated as an advertisement.
Yes. We just want original Sonic stuff that's well written, that isn't forced, doesn't force any relationships, no Son Amy, like, yeah. Really. It's just Flynn, right? Flynn is the only thing holding us back. Greatness.
I actually think Jackson's an interesting person. Because he reads a lot of Archie.
Yeah. Oh, you guys were on Skype, you were saying?
Yeah, we were on Skype during the middle of the night.
Oh, okay.
I had to leave at around 1 o'clock so I could go to sleep, and so that...
Oh, you were up that late.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Things have been hectic for me. I have like 2 tests to study for on Monday. Both of my classes. It's like crazy. I've been like having to study non-stop for them, and I'm like still worried if I'm actually gonna do good or not. I'm really worried because I had a lot of trouble in the past with studying.
Winston Fox, he's like an interesting character. I really liked him. He was like a complicated character to hear about.
Like, what? Was he like complicated too?
No, he's like a Nazi with a complex personality.
Oh, interesting. Oh, easy now. Yeah.
Ashley had to go for a simple design because Pedro made it like too complicated.
Gotcha. Yeah, I am hoping that if we can continue with Sonic 2 Endurance, yeah, that's when like I need enough time. Trying to keep track of it. But yeah, I must say this about the Sonic movie. Like, there are some parts in it that are like, there are parts in it that like made me cringe a little, but yeah. Other than that, like, it was
there's probably one joke that's probably just as bad as Contact and Grab.
Was it like, it was a fart joke maybe?
No, the one, the dancing.
Okay, yeah, never mind that. No, but there was some bad stuff in it. But there was also, like, a lot of jokes that I liked. And also, they removed some of the lines that we hated before from a trailer.
Did you let through the whole IDW without me last night? It's okay if you did.
Surprise on RPs are just ridiculous, and how it's insane, like Ian Flynn's storytelling. Alright, that's enough. We got plenty of ratings. They just wanted to get some stuff, that's all. Now, it's time to go and get the Chaos Emeralds!
Amy's character is so unoriginal in IDW.
Well, yeah, it's basically just Sally, except not as dimensional as her, not as 3-dimensional.
And just made her complete Mary Sue.
Yeah, I know. Flynn apparently loves Mary Sue's as well. Gracious.
And he just was like, I'm keeping the age factor like the games do.
I mean, I don't mind that, but yeah, it still feels unoriginal.
Like the age factor.
What am I doing?
You really like Gold saying that line, don't you? It's just Sally. Yes, IDW Amy. It's just Sally. But more of a Mary Sue.
Yes. They just have everything handed to her on a silver platter, alright? There's no wage, there's no emotional, there's no emotional carry for it. We just, everything just goes right. Like, that's not interesting storytelling.
And he gives an excuse of saying, IDW Sonic is, young, we barely tapped into it. Dude.
Bullcrap.
That's bullshit. You had 2 years to develop.
Uh-huh. And
Paramount did a lot better than you did.
Yes. You're just lazy, Flynn, alright? You don't want to admit it that your ideas are not good, and that you don't want anyone else to change them.
And saying your ideas is good, you're just gonna blame it on Sega again. And send your white knights to attack us.
I would make comparisons to George Lucas with this, but really, even George Lucas was more mature, alright? He admitted to his own faults, even though he ignored some of them sometimes, but he was still a more mature and likable person than you, Flynn.
And guess what? He cut, Jar Jar Binks down in the next installments in the prequels.
Yes, and people still complained, because, there's still a lot to complain about.
And Anakin was less whiny in the Revenge of the Sith.
Well,
so you can see, George Lucas listened to criticism.
Yeah. Really, it was just, the biggest fault with him in the prequels was just the way he wrote the dialogue, alright? That's, probably the only thing I don't like, alright?
The dialogue was the worst thing in Attack of the Clones.
Yes, that's why it's, my least favorite of the prequels, but I'd still rather watch it over, we'd still rather watch that over the holiday special, right? Yeah. Nobody ever wants to think about that.
And I got a different opinion from the episodes 7, 8, and 9 from yours.
Well, yeah. 9 is so there's always a least favorite of each trilogy. Least favorite prequel is Attack of the Clones. Least favorite for the original is
the first.
Is actually the first, just because there's really no character development. And least favorite is obviously Rise of Skywalker, which was meant to be Duel of the Fates. I've seen concept art for what it was originally supposed to be, and there was even a full script of what was supposed to happen. And let me tell you, it makes a lot more sense than what we got. All right.
And Flynn just cannot let go of the Zombots. And his scrapped idea for Archie that would just be too soon for IDW to have.
Yes. It just pisses me off when Flynn refuses to admit any of his faults, alright? He almost has a bigger ego than Doug, alright?
Yeah, and just all the slavery story arcs is just making me... I think you have a fetish.
He has a fetish for that kind of stuff. But we don't want to go too far.
But just the most frequent occurring thing.
Also, Flynn recycled his other M storylines, right? Yeah. He recycled it, boys.
Slime fetish? No, more like slave fetish.
No, slave, because he always puts them in a slavery-esque moment or something.
Not even Ken fetish at least makes sense.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Also, Archie Dark Future is just other M.
Yeah, it's just other M. Except retconned.
Yeah. So much retconning happening in things these days. It's just making me hate that word so much, because it's all that's happening. Alright, we're just retconning everything with shitty writing and shitty direction. Okay. But hopefully, we never thought we'd see the day that the Sonic movie, of all things, would be the thing that could potentially save Sonic from mediocrity with shitty writers. Okay? No, because, yeah, at least Paramount is trying to do something different with it. with the damn hedge.
I thought it was going to be Smurfette, but no, it's not.
It's like... like, the worst I can say about it is that it's just really Deadpool wannabe, but it's Deadpool for kids, but even then, it still feels like it's doing its own thing at times. And some of the stuff does feel a bit on the nose. But really, it's fine. Yeah. And Jim Carrey is great, too. Like, yeah, we actually get a different version of Eggman that is good.
It's probably Jim Carrey's most evil role.
Yes.
Even evil than the Riddler.
And Mike Pollock apparently wanted to take his role because he was so butthurt about Jim Carrey playing him.
Dude, you can't be Eggman all the time.
Yeah, you've been playing him for like at least 15 years, alright? Give him a goddamn break. Alright, so yeah, I do like how they updated this fight. It's like starts out the same as the original. Oh, come on.
I'm hoping Metal Sonic comes in the sequel.
Yeah. Yeah. Jim Carrey, I'd say he's even more intimidating than Mike Pollock. Like, well, post
2010 Mike Pollock.
Yeah, because really, yeah,
and Sonic X.
Like, he even, like, there were points where he even started sounding, like, similar to, like, Dean Bristow at times. Like, only subtly. Like, yeah, it's still...
I think his personality is trying to be like his Archie counterpart.
Yeah. Why am I getting hit? Come on, will you just... There we go. You know, I uploaded a video that I think you may find interesting. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's something involving knights, is what I saw. Yes. It's the Metal Overlord. It's like a 2D version of Metal Overlord a little, except better.
They didn't have it red this time.
Yeah. Which I like better. Oh, crap.
Yeah.
What?
Nothing. Yeah. It was, like, red one time, like in the Knuckles Chaotix video game.
Right. But, you know, that's the best thing about it, is, like, they took influence from even the 32X game, which, yeah, it was kind of weird.
And Ian Flynn recycled this one time after Sally got roboticized.
I know. Just hearing Ian Flynn and recycle is just like, come on, guys. Can't we be a little bit more original? I am not doing very good. Boy. Things have been too hectic for me. Yeah. Trying to keep up with... I've been, like, into Star Wars so much, and now I'm, like, yeah, trying to not fail the tests. Let me tell you, okay, no, see, I keep hitting the button, see, that's not good. Damn it. See, I'm, like, trying not to fail either of the tests, because I'm already getting worried. I spend so much time, like, yeah, watching Star Wars-related videos, because for some reason I can't get Star Wars off my mind, and I am dying a lot, oh my god. Gracious. Also, why can't we get better villains? In fact, the latest IDW video brings in the Deadly Six, and Starline screwed up again, she says.
Yeah.
It's just unnecessary. Like, nobody asked for them.
Like, this had nothing to do with the Deadly Six.
I know. Like, apparently,
Ian Flynn has the hearts for the Deadly Six.
Well, yeah. I kind of want them to become more fleshed out in the comics. Don't get me wrong, but
it's just unnecessary to have them during the middle of the arc where it had nothing to do with it.
Yeah. And for some reason, like, yeah, they have a fetish with trying to promote Zavik, even though he's, like, really just not a threatening villain at all, alright? See, I'm not trying to friggin'...
Like, Team Sonic Racing should have replaced him with Fang the Sniper.
Yeah.
I could just see Fang the Sniper just doing it.
I know. Why can't we ever get any of those characters? Like, we have to settle for fan projects that become reality like this to have characters, alright? It's ridiculous. Okay, yeah, see, you know, maybe I should just spin dash. Try a different strategy. End mound, hello. Welcome. I am failing miserably at this boss because I'm an idiot. Big, he's rolling.
And they mentioned Team Hooligan in IDW Sonic, and yet they're not allowed to be in the comics.
I know, it's stupid.
That's stupid. You wrote them in there, and then you say they're off limits.
What are you, frickin'... Do you have, like, a split personality? No. Yeah, he just...
And Bean is... And isn't Bean your favorite character?
Who knows?
Oh no, because he just thinks of Sonic Team.
Yeah, really. He thinks he's God, alright? You are not God! You're a goddamn right! You deserve to die yourself! Easy.
You beat him.
Jesus Christ, that was terrible, what I did right there.
Yeah, he's got 2 forms in there.
Well, it's mostly just a hey! Who said you could do that? It's mostly just a races, like for the first one. Yeah, it was different. Also, why can't they just make new villains, or at least bring back the ones who had potential? Well, because Flynn just, yeah, sucks, alright? Straight up.
Because he just wants to follow everything Sonic does.
Yeah.
So he had to come up with these mandates to follow Sonic Team.
Uh-huh. And let me tell you, yeah, it's not a good sign when, even Sonic Team is, like, calling out your bullshit, alright?
And Sega and Aaron Weber don't follow him on Twitter anymore.
No, he's starting to lose his followers because of Lance Jerkoff's video, alright? And I hope that he gets friggin' exposed for this and eventually fired.
Yeah, I want him to get fired when he's done with the Zomba arc. Once the Zomba arc's done, I think Aaron Weber's gonna fire him.
Yes. They can't drag it out much longer, people. The end is nay with Flynn. You hear me, Flynn? The end is nay. Okay, enough of that. Alright, let's talk about something more positive related to,
It's hard to not talk things negative about him after what he's done in Contenders.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but still, I try to be a little more optimistic about things. But in all seriousness, yeah. Don't. We ain't got time for your bullshit. In all seriousness, I believe that, like, things will be better for the Blue Blur now if they can get the right people. And to get that.
Just not like once in a while like Mania.
It's really just, we gotta take it by baby steps, alright? Sega just needs to focus on other things too, alright? Oh, come on already.
Yeah. Well, we got Yazuka.
Yeah, Yazuka is the kind of stuff
and Shenmue 3.
That deserves a movie made too. Like, Tyrex is thinking of like there being a Sega cinematic universe with each of the IPs being made into a movie.
Yeah, they should be a company. They should be.
Yes, like really, a lot of their IPs that were never used before, like I feel it would definitely make good for theatrical releases. All right, it's just that they neglect them so much that it's highly unlikely.
I think the Sonic the Hedgehog sequel should be called Sonic and the Freedom Fighters.
Yeah. Let me get that crap. Well, I don't play horror games, but really, I mean, I can stream, like, different stuff. Get out of here.
I think she's asking you that because of the Junji Ito stories.
I do like the horror genre, yes, but I don't play horror games just because, well, I don't play games to get scared. I only do horror-related media. It was only Junji Ito that got me back into horror, and it's like, yeah, because after discovering that like most of them suck. There we go. Yeah, because like after like just go encountering the oh, come on.
Getting crushed.
Damn it.
Getting crushed 40.
Knight's Dream Wheel. It could be hinting of a new Knight's game, she says. Knight's Dream Wheel is what she says. Could be hinting at that. Damn it. If you're shitty like me, you can do worse, I guess, but... Yeah, nice try. Alright, we gotta be careful. Sade trademarked it too, so who knows what it could be, she says. Yeah, we're just hoping for the better of Sega, because, like, even though I kinda lost my faith with Sega a while back, I think they can do better, alright? I think they can make things proper, and who knows? We might actually get something worthwhile. Crap. Somebody did recommend me, like, different, like, horror-related manga that I could do a voiceover of or something, but I have to look into it and see how I can work with it. And also, yeah, there's just other things I gotta focus on, too. I mean, because, like, I'm super busy. You know, like, I'm mostly focusing on, like, doing my classes and, yeah, trying to get a job. Like, trying to get an internship with the studio. Like, because if I can get into editing for, like, a newscast or something, then that would be nice. I mean, because, yeah, that's all that I've been, like, focusing on in the studio is making those, yeah, Junji Ito readings. Which I really have fun with, but yeah, I gotta do other things as well. And yes, I do like this reverse boss battle from the original. It's so silly.
It's gonna beat that.
I almost had it. Whenever he puts the bomb down, he's, like, resistant. Come on. Okay, so speaking of bad things related to Sonic or Pokemon... crap. Messed that up. Me and Tyrex have also been putting ourselves through watching the Chris Chan documentary, and let me tell you, this man's life is some of the most bizarre shit you'll ever see.
Joey!
Like, this man, well, I mean, we're in, like, the phase where he's still a boy, where he's still a male, and he's constantly getting, made fun of by the trolls because he keeps feeding into them. It's like, every single time he does it, he just constantly responds to them saying, stop saying that I'm homosexual because I am straight. Well, then maybe you should stop responding to them, Chris.
That's what they want.
Chris Chan's Bizarre Adventure. Yeah, well, it's more than bizarre. It's a fucking horror show is what it is.
Let's go see Watchmen. We should go see Watchmen. The pickle man.
Ah, crap. See, I was hoping I could stay up above, but apparently not. I am not Ian Brandon something!
I put down the highlights.
Yeah, and Tyrex made, like, this little highlight thing for him.
We get to do the hanky-panky this.
Oh my god, that's what he calls sex, is, like, the hanky-panky. Like, that's fucking cringe, man. Like, no.
Alright, part 1 is an effing English class.
Well, yeah, because he was bad.
It was like from a video he made in 1998.
Oh, and also, some of the highlights should also be him showing off his license, because that just shows his stupidity.
Part 2 is, I'm stuck as a virgin with rage.
Yes.
And part 3 is his Harvey Birdman promotion with the case against Mary Lee Walsh, who broke his heart from Shadow years ago.
Yeah, when she took away his stupid flyer saying that he needs a boyfriend-free girl. Like, yeah, that's how... It's like everything... It's like he's a lesson on how everything you don't do to get a girlfriend. He's tone deaf.
Alright, part 4 is shooting Adam Stackhouse with the Megatron.
I know, yeah, that shows off his, like,
jealousy.
Sociopathic behavior and jealousy.
Part 5 is, we get around the hanky-panky, that's fine. Get married. And part 6 is, Jimmy Hill.
Yes.
Part 7, boobies.
Oh my god, no.
Vaginas.
Like when he was trying to prove he's not straight, he makes those fucking noises.
Gorgeous. And part 8 is, no, what? Not we would like to play. How about showing his driver's license?
Yeah, just showing off his license because he's an idiot.
Part 9 is, Chile! Chile!
That was with the sex doll?
Yeah.
Of course.
And part 10 is the Julie twist.
Yeah, I know, where she turned out to be Blue Spike. Or was it? No, that was part 9.
Yeah, part 10.
Yeah, that was where she turned out to be Blue Spike. And let me tell you, Blue Spike is almost just as bad, alright? Well, yeah, that's fine if he doesn't participate with us. Because, yeah, I don't blame him.
And part 11 is,
I'll make you eat your underwear! Oh my god, that was so...
Because Clyde Cash is his biggest enemy.
I know, that was so stupid, like... It's the way he says it, he's stupid.
Clyde Cash sounds like Shadow the Hedgehog.
Well, except if he was bad at acting. Or, yeah, if Jason Griffin was worse, I guess, but, I don't know. Okay.
And part 12 is, I recycle my own whatchamacallit.
Oh, God, no.
I'm not gonna say it.
Don't say the S word.
Part 13 is, don't just end home was over there.
What? Yes.
And part 14 is humping the PS3. Jack Daddy is getting back my PS3 motherfucking 6 back my PS Networks accounts, Jack motherfucking Daddy is.
That's, oh my god, that was like Parappa the Rapper, was it?
No, he was humping the PS3.
Well, because they dared him to.
Harassment.
I know, all these trolls are just as bad. Especially Blue Spike. Blue Spike is a fucking, I don't care if he's 13 years old, he's a fucking psychopath. Oh my god, that kid.
And he made him drive to Ohio, which was 7 fucking hours away. There and back.
Yeah. It was terrible, alright? Like, the trolls are just as bad as he is, if not worse, okay? Because they just are essentially setting up this man to be as humiliated as possible, which is just unnecessary.
And led him to being transgender.
Yes. It was just all of the fucking people who did that. I despise every single one of them, alright? It's hard for me to, like, sympathize with Chris, but really, I still just feel bad for the environment that he was, for him, because of the environment that he was.
The biggest fucking move was having Chris drive 7 hours to Ohio and 7 hours back for nothing.
Yeah.
Fucking dickhead.
Yes.
What a fucking cunt he is.
Excuse Tyrex's language, but yes. But yes, Blue Spike was awful. Blue Spike is essentially, like, the worst one of them all. Yeah, and hearing that was just, like, that was, like, the hardest one to get through, was because of that.
The only funny part, I will say, was Billy Mays should be there of Clickville.
Yeah.
That part just made me giggle a bit.
Yes.
Was the whole Billy Mays mayor of Quickville.
Yeah.
And part 15 is my name is not Ian Brandon something. Part 16, I want everything about my house off the internet. Part 17.
Oh, and also, don't forget, hey, listen to me, shut that goddamn thing off. And I don't care what you do, you get those videos off the internet. I'm stuck.
Part 18 is the Cleveland. Part 17 is the Chris Penis question.
Yeah, so where he asks if how big
Chris's penis is.
Yes, and liquid Chris's penis is, and I was just like, the way that she responded, she's like, what? And that was funny as hell, just that response.
Well, that was the first part.
Yeah, and also, and then part 18, he's randomly just
Part 18 is the Cleveland show advertising.
He randomly just advertises the Cleveland show because
that show came on at that time.
Yeah.
It was new around the time.
Yeah. And yeah, that's what we're up to is part 18. We haven't gotten through it all.
And part 19 so far, I got part 19's highlight, which is Clyde Cash shall fall like the Twin Towers.
Oh God, no! Oh, that was horrible. I'm sorry, Tyler has a cousin who says stuff like that. But yeah, that was horrible. That was just a horrible friggin' joke he made. Get out of here.
Sausage.
Chris could never reproduce due to him having a less functioning, penis, she's implying.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, and also because he rejected his gender and he probably got it cut off, maybe. Because when people become transgender, they get that stuff surgically removed or something. I don't want to talk too much into that because that's just unnecessary. Oh yeah, this is everyone's least favorite act of this game because it's just it just drags on a little too long.
That's the easiest boss.
Chris just feels like his life, he was bound to get like this, but really, it's just, I just mostly pin the blame on his parents for this, alright? His mother is easily the biggest offender, okay? She is the one who most likely taught him to act like this whenever people call him out. And she also just, she told him to act that way. And she's lazy. And she was also a hoarder and made the house a complete hit show where they can't even get to the fucking silverware in the sink, which is just disgusting, alright?
So she had to use plastic.
Yes. I know, it's and they just made it so that, so that the house is just basically almost entirely unlivable. It's just a huge mess. There's almost nowhere to get, and it just feels like, you can barely do anything. She's just an a-hole too, in general. She suffered from Alzheimer's, I believe.
Yeah.
The shower moment, not even Psycho would go there. I would feel awful if I were to live in a fucking house like that. And even if I had autism, I would know better, alright? Okay? If he was to live with his brother, then he probably could have turned out better, but who knows? It's probably not just autism that's made him this way.
He was singing All-Star.
Yeah.
I don't want to even go there with him singing All-Star.
And damn them. Damn them all. Damn the people in his life. And eventually, if he were to be put on a TV, he would be put on a comedic show, he would put the makeup on and go, What do you get when you get a mentally ill, high-functioning autistic with a society that abandons him and treats him like trash? Hey, you say call the police.
Call the police.
I'll tell you what you get. You get what you fucking deserve. And yes, that would happen. All right. Okay. But you know, everyone's already made the comparisons to Joker. Okay.
Even had a trailer similar.
I know, and somebody even they just straight up commented saying, I used to think my life was a tragedy, but now I realize it's a comedy. Like, they just put that quote from Joker, and that creeped me out.
Even Dumbledore did it.
Really? When did he do it?
Like in a Sonic show. Reading.
Oh, wait, that's right. Yeah.
With him running around naked in the, doing the flying elephants.
Oh, right, yeah.
Monty Python, flying elephant.
Oh, man. Like, really, if his high-functioning... Oh, that was fucking wonderful. If his high-functioning autism is what got the better of him, well then, yeah, maybe it could have been treated if his parents actually knew how to take care of that kind of thing. But, no, the fact is that... Like, they probably had him when, they probably had him when they were in their 50s, which that thought just disgusts me, alright? Like, they were just way too old to have a child.
Old-fashioned people.
Yeah, like what? His father died at, like, the age of 82, was it? 83. Like, yeah, his father passed away when he was in his 80s, and that's when Chris was in his, like, mid-20s or something. Like, come on.
He was, like, 29.
Like, that's not good parenting, alright? People should know better.
And he rejected his gender before his father died.
What?
Actually. Yeah.
That's terrible.
After wearing the sports bra.
When his mother passes, what do you think? What do you think he'll do?
I don't know.
He might have to he might become homeless then. Yeah. Oh, I still feel bad for him though. Even though he's a creep and does bad things, I still want to feel bad for him.
I just wish to make him better.
Yeah. Better yourself. His life was a tragedy. Alright?
His mother doesn't have time either.
No, she looks like she's on the verge of, like, just passing away, too. I'm sorry.
She's sleeping a lot, too.
Well, yeah. She's got the high-functioning stuff. Gosh. This stupid boss.
Sweet grilled chicken sandwiches at IHOP and McDonald's.
Yeah, that's not healthy, Chris.
It's got bread and mayonnaise.
Yeah, mayonnaise... I don't think mayonnaise is that good for you either, alright? Yeah, no, I don't think...
Because you gotta cut bread, you gotta cut mayo.
Yes. But really, no. That's because... Yeah. He just doesn't have the time to, like, his house is it was so shitty that he doesn't have, like, the time to make any food at home, unfortunately. So he has to constantly eat shit like that. I have autism, but not even I was like that. Well, you know what? Yes. Chris Chan is basically autism gone wrong, alright? This is a scary example of just when people don't know how to properly take care of autistic people. But even then, still, like, yeah. Just because somebody may have autism doesn't mean they're gonna do stuff like... They're gonna, like...
Yeah.
Do crazy stuff like that, alright? It's just a certain disability that people have, and it can affect certain things. Yeah, but I know... There's a lot of people I know at college that have autism and Asperger's and, ADHD. Like, yeah, we both have that. What else can we talk about that's negative? The Dishonored Wolf, maybe? Yeah, well, I heard that, yeah, he left YouTube because of his depression and anxiety, I suppose. But, you know what, I don't mean to say anything bad about him, but he was kind of like, he was kind of a hothead when it came to criticizing films. Like, he would say, like, just so much negative stuff about them. Like, it would just feel like he would feel like a misanthrope at times, okay? And you know what a misanthrope is? A person who, like, hates the world. Like, he kind of felt like that at times. But that's not to say that he was bad or anything, but sometimes he just kind of said stuff that felt egotistical. I mean, I can still see where he's coming from, alright, with The Last Jedi. Like, he hated that film so much. The Dishonored Wolf.
Yeah, and the Stinker probably hated it with the passion too.
And you know what? Yes, The Last Jedi is a film that has problems, alright? It has quite a few, but you know what? I still don't hate it, alright? I still enjoy it for what it is. It at least tries something different. And you know what? I'm gonna say this about the new trilogy. It's actually my favorite one of them because it actually tries different things and it tried to tell a different story. Alright? Whereas J.J. Abrams played it entirely too safe with the other movies. Like, come on, The Force Awakens is just Diet New Hope. Well, but even then, yeah, that's kind of pushing it.
The Hooligan Summon.
Yes.
Then we got...
Fang the Sniper. I'm just gonna call him Fang.
Yeah. You call him that in the comics, too?
Yes.
Instead of Mac the Weasel.
Yeah, I just like that name better. It sounds cooler.
Yeah, I prefer his Japanese name. And there's Ian Flint's favorite character.
Oh.
The Demo Man.
Yeah.
That's Ian Flint's
boy. Yes. Oh, and also, okay, some minor spoilers for the Sonic movie, but Sonic as a child was being chased by, Pender's characters.
Well, not really.
Okay, well, you just made a joke about that anyway, because a kid knows.
Enchilada. I think they're gonna be saved for the sequel, too.
Yeah, I feel the same. Got that, finally. Oh boy.
I think the Freedom Fighters are gonna be scattered throughout the Earth.
Yeah. Like, I'm already actually imagining what, like, Sally could look like in a live-action format. Yeah, like, I think it can work.
Both designs combined from both of her Archie counterparts.
Yes, and she can be wearing the clothes that she had in the... Reboot.
But their facial things could be the pre-reboot.
Yes. Alright, everyone's favorite Oil Ocean, yeah. This is, I agree with Cooper on this. This is, like, my least favorite.
And Bunny Rabbit, I would say she should start out with flesh at first, but then when Robotnik captures her, she becomes half Robota size.
Yeah.
But for Bunny, I think she should start out with her, like, her reboot design with the cowboy hat and jacket.
Yeah. Alright, let's not spoil too much.
Yeah, let's not.
The egg bosses would be interesting to add in too. Well, yeah, well, let's not jump the gun, alright? They still gotta be successful enough.
Yeah, we don't want to force many things in there.
Here's hoping that, Paramount garners enough money to make a sequel in the distant future that could potentially help Sonic out. The Sonic for IDW and for Sonic, yes.
IDW should just get rebooted again because it's just not that good.
No, it started out okay with some decent arcs, but yeah, Ian Flynn mostly just took it over and it got stale and repetitive. No.
And arcs just dragged on too much.
Well, yes. And no, yeah, just for the next people who are in charge of IDW, just know this, alright? You can do all kinds of weird things, but don't drag arcs on, alright? Because there's really nothing more that I hate, is that stories that don't have an end, alright?
Yeah, like, that's why I didn't like the Mecha Sally arc. I thought the Mecha Sally arc was just okay, but it just should have been better, and it shouldn't be dragged out for too long.
Yes. It's not that good if you need to drag it out for like 2 whole years.
It's like watching a Naruto and Bleach filler. Even they can get done faster.
Yeah.
Also, too long things you could do. Have characters stand around and explain.
Right.
And animated fights.
Well, yes. Show, don't tell, alright? Yeah. It's the one thing that's the number one thing in storytelling. You show. You don't tell. I can't get under. See, I wanted to get that damn ring because I keep messing them up. Rat.
Track the Destroyer.
Repeated dialogue as well. Well, I mean, that can be fine if it's only like for a certain thing. But yeah, I do despise. I do despise when they have to repeat stuff.
You know what? Despite its flaws, I think Carl Bowlers was the best writer for the Archie Sonic series.
Yeah, and he seems like the most decent person too.
Like, I don't think it's his fault for the slap at all. He was going to have Son Amy because of John H. Gray.
Mm-hmm. Of course, John H. Gray just
had to step into his way to cockblock him.
Yes, and he had to dump his own ideas and shit.
It says, "Oh, can you put Son Amy in there?"
Yeah, that's enough. Enough Son Amy. We want Son Alley. People, we need to, like, yeah, I mean, people are probably, like,
Paramount,
protesting.
please include that.
Yes, alright. No more Son Amy, okay? We want better pairing.
I mean, I won't bitch if it's written well, though.
Yeah, no. I just want good writing, alright?
Dumbsville's one true pairing.
Yeah.
That's even my one true pairing as well, along with Peter Parker and Mary Jane Watson.
Yeah. Well...
But too bad that had to be ruined because of the fucking Mephisto shit.
Yeah, gosh. Let's not talk about that. Insert Son Amy Dumbsville jokes. Yes.
Sometimes I fucking hate comic book writers over this.
Well,
over love stories.
Well, comic book writers apparently always feel the need to fill in shit that isn't necessary. Yeah. It gets irritating.
All I can say is, I think the post-thought retcon reboot after the lawsuit was just as bad as the Last Day Spider-Man comic. Peter Parker makes a deal with the devil.
Oh boy. I need to get back into Archie and be reminded of the good old days a little when Sonic wasn't so filled to the brim with writers like these.
And yes, I'm gonna have to say that the Archie days with good writing has flaws too.
Yes, well, everything Sonic related does have some sort of flaws, but it isn't, yeah.
Even the whole Ken Pender's Holocaust thing, I just ignore the rating of it.
Yeah.
It's just best Phil.
And I don't really hate Ken Penders all that much.
I just don't like him as a person.
I do try to write it into overdoing it, it's trying to improve, she says.
I do try to write in.
something I try to improve.
Yeah. Sometimes I do the show don't tell things, but it's not easy just to keep an eye on perfect driving.
Well, at least you try, alright? The only thing, you can only get better at something like that. You just put forth the effort.
And Ian Flinch just got a ton of projects he's working on, and you know what?
Yeah, that's not right.
Yeah. Sure.
Boy. Yeah, maybe I should go get to that. Would you, Tyrex, like, character bot? Crap! Okay, I gotta pay more attention to stuff. Gracious. Everybody's tired these days. Well, you know what? I am too. Oh. Okay, you want to hear something really weird? I was dreaming that I was getting up in the morning and that I was somehow still tired in my dream.
Well,
Like, I don't know how that's possible, but yes, I felt tired even though I was asleep. And that kind of scares me a little bit, alright? Like, because I certainly sometimes have dreams where I'm trying to, like, get up in the morning or because of unconscious desire, but yeah, that's just, that was a weird feeling.
restricted my own name,
So I was like trying to get up, get my stuff for school and everything, and I was in the garage, and my dad's friend was there too. But the next thing I knew, I heard my alarm, and then I was awake, and then I woke up entirely confused, and I was like, wait, I was dreaming that I was tired? Huh? No, that kind of scares me a little bit. Like, sleeping within a dream is dangerous, you know, okay? Because then you might never wake up ever again. Yes. They just kind of reuse aspects of other bosses. Hey, wait. Would you like character bios of your two? Because seeing Blitz made me want to share better and give better character.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. It's fine enough. Is he gonna do the thing? Yeah. He only does it a couple times. Eggman shot first! Not Sonic. Okay, yeah, no Star Wars jokes. Alright, no one. Yes. Oh, yeah. And also the special editions of Star Wars. I have to say, there are things about them I like, but yeah, there's like some really distracting stuff in it too. Like, for example, when they come into Mos Eisley, it kind of just looks like a video game cutscene. Like, some of the CGI is aged really poorly. But I do like there being more of Mos Eisley being shown. It's just that, yeah, the CGI hasn't aged well. Like, that's like, I wish they would update it with better CGI.
Well, I did love the Cloud City one. I love the Cloud City CGI.
Like, yeah, the special edition changes actually were in favor for only, like, Empire, and that was it. It showed more of Cloud City, and we got to see the Wampa. But that was about it in terms of changes. Oh, and also don't forget Ian McDermott as the Emperor. Versions of that. I like the second one better. Because it looks more like him in Return of the Jedi. Yeah. But also, yeah, having, like, Greedo shoot first and miss Han even though he's, like, what, 2 inches or 2 feet away from him? Yeah, that's stupid, right? And, like, having, Han shoot him before Greedo could do anything does not make him a cold-blooded murderer, because Greedo was implying that he was going to shoot Han anyway, so, yeah, no, it was self-defense, alright? Han is not a murderer. And also, Return of the Jedi has Jedi Rocks, which is the worst thing ever. Even worse than Jar Jar, alright? Okay? Like, yeah, Laugh Team X should have just been in place of it, alright, still. They could have updated the CGI on it, but yeah, just keep the same song, alright? Nah, I always hate that, damn spikes. How tall would you guys be? That's a good question. I'd have to say, like, I mean, I'm kind of shorter, but
Yeah.
I think we're like both the same height. So just make us something like that. Just make us about the same height as you.
IBA Chandler in Brandon Anderson.
Yeah, that went well.
Because he had to delete that account because of being remembered as being Brandon Anderson. Because of future trolls.
Yeah. Damn trolls. I hate him and the trolls. I hate him for his weird antics and his fucking ego. And I hate the trolls for their witch harassment and witch hunting.
Just like Bill's disclaimer said.
Yes. Okay.
Do not witch hunt or bully anybody I talk about, unless you're a jackass.
Yes. Like Blue Smoke.
And Jack Thaddeus. And Jack Thaddeus, because he made him pump the PS3 for 8 minutes just to get back his PSN accounts.
Terrible. You guys be fine with or without the beards?
I'll be fine.
I don't care. Yeah.
I don't care either.
Boy.
It's not 12 o'clock yet.
Nope, but it will be soon enough because time is moving incredibly fast these days. Like every single hour I spend studying just feels like an eternity. Yet when I'm doing other things, it feels like time is like slipping through my fingers as much as possible. Time flies when you have fun, but it goes slow when you're not, apparently. I mean, but, like, my sense of time, I don't know, I think this is probably a thing for everyone, but my sense of time was definitely a lot slower when I was younger. Okay? And I couldn't control it because I felt as if, yeah, everything was moving at the same pace. But it was only for, like, during 5th grade where I felt like it was the longest time possible. And
it just feels random to me.
Yeah, it does feel random to me, too. Like, at times it feels like the time's moving too fast, but then too slow, eventually. Like, yeah. And I don't know why it's only when we're young, though. And this... Oh, apparently the mini-boss let itself go, and now it's become fat. Yeah, literally, you ain't got nothing else to worry about if you have the flame shield. But hey, that's why a flame shield exists, right? So that you don't have to get, slammed by any hateful comments. Oh, crap. Oh yeah, I always forget that. The mini-boss from Metroid Fusions, he says. And I never played Metroid Fusion, even though I know some of the bosses from that game. Yeah. I actually did want to, try it. I was trying to look for a used copy of it at GameStop, but they don't have Game Boy Advance games, only DS. I always hate that. Like, the only place I could get older stuff was, the Play and Trade, but, that went out of business. So now I'm stuck with Jack. Yeah, the next Sonichu Endurance will just be the 3 of us this time. That is unless you get somebody else, Ashley, to join in, but yeah, it doesn't have to be, yeah, with gold. Alright, we're not going to subject him to any of that torture now. For designs, I'm in need of an idea of what I'm working on, she says. Okay, so... I know who wants to join in. Warning, he's a chatterbox. Okay. Damn it. Try not to hit that. Ah! Alright, come on.
Doesn't sink. Well, I think.
No, I don't think it sinks.
Ooh.
Goodness.
Yo, these guys get high. I remember the Sonic shorts.
Yeah.
I don't like Sonic seconds.
No. What? Like, Sonic...
Remember the Sonic shorts?
Like, yeah, some of them I do. What kind of outfit would you guys wear for the Sonic series?
Me, I would wear like a black hoodie.
I would wear a blue tank top, but that would blend in. Make it red or something. Or, I don't know. Something different. Just like a tank top and shorts, I guess. Get that. Try it. Don't be so shitty. But I had something on my mind, but now I don't remember. No, it's a big surprise.
This medallion is made out of Crayola fucking model badges. Just make put the F word out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's great, Chris. As if that's supposed to make you look any less childish.
I don't know where to go!
Oh my god. The high-pitched squeakiness he gets.
I'm working on it!
Legend says that he was still working on it to this day.
I'm working on it!
You never get that. Well, for Yeti, it would make sense. Yes, I'm hitting the wrong buttons. And also, I could wear a hat. I could be wearing a fedora. I mean, I don't know if that would influence anything.
I would wear a fedora.
Yeah, Tyrex should wear the fedora. I should wear just a baseball cap. Yeah, because that's about as much as I can think of in terms of hats that would be acceptable. Get out! Oh boy. I was hoping not to fail too much. Alright, we're gonna probably have to do that eventually. Nice. I don't wear a baseball cap, but I wear, like, just a hat with, like, the simple flap, alright? It's like a baseball cap, essentially. Just make it like the shape of a baseball cap, but not a baseball cap. It doesn't have to do with baseball. Well, you know what I mean. Okay, I think... See, I need more of those. Gosh. Terrible. Alright, one more thing. Yeah, I should take that. Yes. Mostly, it's just, yeah. It's just the hat that blocks the sun, alright? It's not like the one with the flaps on all sides, it's just the one on the front. That's the kind of baseball cap, essentially. Just, yeah, what a baseball cap. Yes, the stupid millionaire skit that me and Josh did, where he asked me a question, what is a sport that involves a bat and ball, and it's baseball, and he gives me the $1 million. I run off with it, and he chases me down with a poison suction. And I was like, yeah, that was kind of stupid. Yeah, get that. Wait, dude, you don't have to... It doesn't have to be perfect. Man, what's wrong with you? Yes, it's perfect that way. I just hate them. Look at that.
Alright. This part of this stage feels more original.
Yes, well, it feels almost like a different stage entirely because, yeah, the Hidden Palace was just an entrance to fight Knuckles in the original, in Sonic 3. Oh, yeah, I don't like this boss. And it's just the stupid swinging mace that he uses. She uses, yes. Yes, right, that is a good one. Don't be so insensitive, Cole. Alright, you should know your genders. I'm like well, yeah, the reason you can keep the beard, because I'm really just letting my hair grow out now. I'm hardly shaving at all.
The floss stance from Fortnite.
Yeah, you know what? We're just gonna come clean and say it. It was Sonic did the floss, not once, but twice in it, and it was bad. Yeah, it was not necessary. Like, yeah, we do not need to be reminded of that kind of stuff. Alright? This is why I hired Mighty, because he's resistant to spikes. So long, gay spikes! There we go. That's more like it. Yes. Okay, I think one more stage and then we'll be finished for the night. I'm a little bit scared. A little bit scared of how I might do. Yes, and that brings us to Metallic Madness. You know what? Actually, yeah, there's only 2 stages left. Well, what time is it?
It's 6:44.
And we should stop then. Alright, we can do more next time, guys, because, yeah, I got stuff to worry about. Okay. Hope you all take care. I'll be doing other things. See ya.
Yeah.